Welcome to the God Faith Podcast, where we talk family, love, fun, and everyday life.
Hey, what's up? My name is Faith Alfer, and welcome to God Faith, the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is our second episode of the season, so I'm glad you're here. Can we just keep it real? I know I say that sounds completely cheesy, but we got the holidays coming up. Today, we're going to talk about what to do when you have a family member that you disagree with. Because, let's face it, we all have at least one. We all got one Uncle Junebug. At least one. Or Uncle Sally Mae. Or I'm sorry, if you have a Junebug or a Sally Mae, I apologize. You just might. But what to do? This is going to be like a part one, part two, okay? We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll get more into it next week because next week is Thanksgiving. What do you do when you disagree with a family member? Maybe over politics, over a mask. Maybe you think this whole thing is a joke. Maybe you're like, don't put nothing in my body. Or cover a mask or wear a mask and I don't care. Like that sort of thing. What do you do? How do you navigate that? Can I just tell you something? Sometimes you gotta just shut up. Honestly, because sometimes getting your point across, it's just not worth it. Like if you feel, let's say for an example, let's say that you're sitting there or you're talking to a family member or maybe a friend, because I realize I have a lot of friends that are like family and they say something you disagree with. Listen to me. They say something you disagree with and you say something. If they start getting upset, pull back. It's not worth it. You know why it's not worth it? Because if anything happened to that friend or that family member, to that person that you love, you're going to look back and say, wow, damn, why did I open my mouth? It just wasn't worth it. You know, I can't help but to think back a few years ago in the city, San Francisco, right? I was in San Francisco and I was leaving, I don't remember, it was a big hotel. I think, look it up, big hotel in the city. And I remember leaving and my sister called me and she was like, hey, watch NPR, watch PBS. I'm like, I'm in the city. I can't no. And she's like, oh, well, they have this. Anyway, I, of course, didn't have time. I wasn't very friendly. And I'm like, no, I gotta go, whatever. And she was like, well, I'm going to, call your sister and tell her. I have many sisters. And we're going back and forth. I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm busy. No. And I just remember, well, I probably shouldn't have been so fresh. Well, fast forward a year later, one of my other sisters calls me and says, hey, sis is in the hospital, so make sure you reach out to her. I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't talked to her in forever, and I probably wasn't so friendly when she was trying to tell me about something. And it wasn't the fact that I even disagreed with her, right? She was just trying to tell me a story. And sometimes when people call you, or maybe you don't even pick up the phone for people, you don't have time. I was one of those people. Fast forward, Easter Sunday morning, 2021. At about 9:46 a.m., I get a call, and my friends, I'm not kidding you, my big sister passed away in her sleep. And the first thing I thought about was, whoa, wait. I just talked to her it was like a year ago or whatever have you, but that 2019, 2021, everything kind of just flows together. And I was like, wait. What was she trying to say again? Wait, and it was the sort of thing that I didn't have time. And truthfully, if you disagree with a family member or if a family member disagrees with you, it's not even worth it. You don't have time for that. You don't have time. Because with the life that we're living and the holidays, sometimes it brings about the ugly in us. Or sometimes it's just not even the holidays. Sometimes we're like, I don't feel like being bothered. And I was one of those people. Can I just tell you, if you're with a family member or someone that you love and you disagree with them, forget about it. You don't have to get the last word. Sometimes people like getting the last word. You know these people? You don't have to get the last word. Submit. Let them get the last word. You can smile. You ever smile and nod? Somebody says something, you're like, But it was the sort of thing that I thought, just kind of in looking back, and I don't mean to be a damper on our second episode. You're like, oh my God. But I just know that I can do better for the next person. And the great part about it is, anytime you see me wear this, that's my big sister with me each and every time. So I am so happy that I got a chance to talk to you. I'm so happy that we got a chance to share. When you are at the table, when you disagree with someone, it doesn't matter if they're wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, or if they are your belief, or if they're your political persuasion and whatever have you. My friend, I assure you, it is not worth it. Now look, if somebody's yelling in your face, I'm not going to say turn the other cheek. I'm going to say right out the door, because I love Jesus, but don't, as my mother used to say, don't try me. Don't do it. Thank you again for watching. If you want to find out how you can get in touch with us, check out inspiremusicnetwork.live. That's inspiremusicnetwork.live. You can follow us on all social media platforms. Of course, I'm Faith Alfer, funnygirlfaith.com. Say hi, be nice, don't be an idiot, okay? If you have show ideas, or if you have sponsorships, internships, jobs, whatever have you. And don't forget to subscribe. Tell people you like. Tell people you don't like. Tell your friends, your frenemies, whatever have you. I am so happy, honestly, that you tuned in and that you're listening and that you're watching. Thank you so much for watching Got Faith. Have a good one.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. All the show notes and links can be found over at inspiremusicnetwork.live. Come back often and make sure you subscribe, rate, and review.